As we got up over the rise on the top of the field, we could see a pickup camper tucked back into the woods. The tracks pulled right up to the south side of the camper.
I walked up to the camper and the door was tied tight with a big wad of electrical tape. I was nervous and I opened up the camper door. I didn't know what we were gonna find. Hi, what did you say your name was again? I'm gonna take a little video. How'd you get here?
His friend got me here.
Don was right next to me. Turn on your cell phone, he said. We didn't have body cameras and stuff at the time.
Okay, you don't have to be scared, okay? We're the police.
We had a text thread going on to share information. Don took a picture of me and little girl and put it on that text thread.
6:15 a.m. is when I got the call from Don. He said, we have her. I said, alive? He said, alive.
What went through your mind at that moment?
That was fantastic. Never would have believed it.
My mommy's name is Amanda.
Okay.
They had called me and said, we have your daughter. She is safe. She is asking for her mom. I mean, I just want to hold her. I want to hug her. I want her in my arms.
She told us her name, her mother's name. We could see that she had tape around her legs, that she had tape around her arms.
Do you remember what Missy's friend looked like?
And she told us about the man that put her there.
What kind of car does he have?
Wait, and it has a name on it.
She told us all these little bits of describing information that described Jacob Kent to us.
What does he look like?
He has a beard.
I'd received a text from Don Newhouse that says, she's alive, arrest him.
Okay, you don't have to be scared, okay? We're the police.
I saw a little girl sitting on a bed. Looked like she had just woke up. Sitting there, 10 fingers, 10 toes.
My name's Rob and this is Don. How old are you?
Probably 5 or something.
Finding that little girl alive, I don't know if words can describe it.
The story of a 24-year-old thought to be missing for decades now found a grown, married man.
The man clicked on a website for missing children and found a picture of himself. That sent him on a search to unlock the secrets of his past.
A little girl reported missing more than 2 years ago when she was just 4 has been found alive, more than 150 miles from where she disappeared.
This is such an incredible story, and the family tells us they never gave up hope that she would come home one day.
Damn, killer. It's so good.
I'm chilling. I'm from the Killer Looks channel. Y'all already know. And for those who didn't know, well, it will night. This RELLIK SKOOL. Clock in. Summer Wells was a 5-year-old when she was reported missing on June 15, 2021. As more time passes and more of this information filters in, it's hard to decipher what is and what isn't.
Now, you mentioned this phone call you had with Candace, and you know the exact time, it being 4:37 p.m., that this phone call allegedly taken place of Candace. Now, can you walk me through that?
It was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What? I mean, I ain't heard from you in a few days. What's going on? And then she tells me, well, Summer's missing. And I'm like, what do you mean she's missing? And she was like, I went in the house to cook the kids something to eat, and she was out on her swing, and she was swinging, and then I went to turn around to look, and she was gone.
The time was took from my phone that she called the first time at 4:37 exactly. I called her back at 6:15 to see if she wanted me to help look for her.
Okay, so Candace called you at 4:30. However, the police wouldn't notify.
4:37 exact. When the police took my phone, her phone call coming in for me to telling me that she was gone was 4:37. So what happened to an hour or almost 2 hours later before she even called the police? Because I told her if she didn't call the police.
Wait, hold on. Bombshell information. Candace's phone call lines up with Jody Sue's scream.
Around 4:30ish, Fred wasn't there, but his friend Chad Arnold was there and saw Candace wandering up Fred's driveway. That's also around 4:30. So what is it with 4:30? There's things happening in that holler at 4:30. Was that the time that Candace really was out there looking for Summer?
4:30 mark. The 4:30. You know, Jody Sue saying 4:30. You got Marlena saying 4:30. You got Laura saying 4:30. You got Chad Arnold 4:30. It's all this 4:30. I'm telling you. Everything went down. Everything went down before law enforcement ever got there. Everything went down. You know, the first half of what happened on June the 15th happened in the morning. And the second half happened after they got home and started meeting up with people just as evil as they had been affiliated with that morning.
Marlena says that Candace rang her between 4 p.m. and 4:30. This breaks Candace's timeline, you know, the planting flowers.
Candace said that she came out of her driveway 5 o'clock, between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. She came out of her driveway and saw Jody Sue on the road. That's what she said.
We were waiting for Andy to get there. That's what she told me. I'm not even sure, Benny, right now. Around 4:30, yeah, about 4:30, 5 o'clock.
So she said at 4:30 she was waiting for Andy, right?
But Jody Sue was down at the bottom there, and Candace saw her at 4:30 when she was going out looking for Summer. Well, how were you going out looking for Summer at 4:30 when you only made a call to 911 at 6:26?
Law enforcement said Candace came out of the driveway twice. And indeed she did. She did around the time that Jody Sue was recalling a scream.
She drove down to Fred's place looking for Summer. Chad Arnold saw her.
So I talked to Candace at 4:37. I know there was a phone call that came into somebody's phone at 4:45 because Candace called that phone looking for Chad.
I didn't know that there was another phone call that came in that law enforcement knows about. Nobody knows about the other phone call that Candace called this person looking for somebody. Nobody knows this information yet.
Looking for Chad.
Yeah, they was looking for Chad. Candace was looking for Chad. Candace called another person. Nobody knows this in the timeline. Nobody knows this.
Then we have this little discussed tidbit from Jody Sue that at 5:30 she heard a vehicle going up the Wells driveway.
I hear a Suburban. I hear it. I don't hear it, I don't think, go down, but I did hear it go up. And it's hitting hard, right? A lot harder than usual.
She was standing near the bed in her cabin. She heard a sound, the Suburban, going up the driveway. She hadn't heard it go down or seen it go down, but it was going up the driveway fast, like really beating it up that driveway. It's a quite steep driveway, but Jody Sue says that she can detect the differences in the sounds that the various Wells vehicles make.
That's good to know. The only thing the sheriff told me to ask you two was to find out where or what took her 4 hours to call the sheriff's department.
4 hours?
Yeah.
What?
He said if you want to tell YouTube anything, ask him why it took 4 hours for her to call the sheriff's department.
Oh my God.
Who said that, Miss Michelle? The sheriff told me to say that.
Lawson?
There you go. Yes, because I talked to him about it.
It's fine. Wow.
He won't tell me anything, but he just looked at me and said, well, I know you're watching all this YouTube stuff, so ask him where that 4 hours went before she called the sheriff's office.
Dude, do you know what 4 hours before is? That's when she dropped off Hunter.
I don't really know what he meant by that, guys, but he told me to ask you all that.
And she dropped off Hunter at 2. That's what True said, was a 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Two.
And the cops were called at
The calls came in at
Remember there was that
6:23 and 6:21.
Okay, well, why would she call me at 4:37, go all the way to Sullivan Gardens, meet Fred at the Zoomers and the Arby's, and then go all the way back home, call Dawn and call the police and say her daughter's missing?
Well, she went to Allie's before she even did that because she would have had to drop Hunter off.
Okay. Well, she
Which I never
supposedly dropped
believed.
Hunter off.
Chad.
Okay, well, Chad Arnold is my sister's old man. Chad Daniel Hayes is my kid's dad. And we call him Chad too.
Oh my God, guys. It
Stop
matches
thinking
up.
out loud.
It matches up.
Well, let me ask you a question. Was it true about what Fred had said about your guy Daniel or Chad or whatever, and Don, that he worked for Don?
Yes, him and Don was working together.
On the day that Summer went missing, you was talking to Candace at 4:37 p.m. But however, you also said at that time that Daniel Hayes had told you that before you knew, he knew that Summer had went missing. He said something about that. You kind of hinted on that a while ago, and then you kind of veered off a little bit about it. I don't know if it was just something that, you may have heard him say, but the question is, I guess, how would he know that Summer went missing if, and this is the same guy, I guess he's your ex now or whatever, but he had worked for Don Wells in the past, and I think, to my best knowledge, is what we have on our records is when he worked for him, he had been fired. So why would he say that he knew that she went missing before she went missing? I guess that's what I'm getting at there.
I don't think
I think she had to mute out maybe too on that one.
It matches up. Because if she dropped off H at 2 p.m., drove from H, I don't know how long it takes to get from H to Ben Hill, maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, we'll say, just guess. We'll just say, okay, and then she leaves after, and then she gets to, let's say, Ben Hill at around 2:30ish, and drops off Grandis, and if she leaves and goes all the way to his, meets him, it's gonna be his lunchtime that he was gone from 3 to 3:30. Oh my God, dude. Wow. Yeah, 3 to 3:30 lunch at Dollar General.
What the hell that look like to y'all? Let children know your thoughts. No comment below. I love y'all. I see y'all in the next one time. Y'all stay clocking and clocking on this one.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect.